Good day everybody, my name is Chris Paulus, I'm the producer of Son of Nor at Stillalive Studios. Today I'd like to give you an in-depth look into Son of Nor and how the game should play once it's finished. Son of Nor is a story-driven action-adventure. The events in the game will lead you through the desert world Noshrak, where you travel from place to unravel the story's chapters. Similar to Magicka for instance, but with more freedom. Your goals come naturally from the game's story and progression. But how you reach these goals is completely up to you and your style of playing. Let's say you came to a Sarahul camp in front of the Fire Temple. Somehow you need to get into that temple back there and claim its powers before the Sarahul do. Now it's up to you to find a way. You could fight your way through over here, which is tough with all the Sarahul around. Or you could try to sneak by, piling up walls with terraforming to hide from Sarahul scouts patrolling the camp. Assassination and other techniques might be an option too. So again, you'll discover different ways to reach your goals. Son of Nor will consist of fights on the one hand and puzzles on the other. The three elemental temples, for instance, focus strongly on puzzles. Think Indiana Jones. Let me give you an example. You're in front of a solid metal door that seems to be secured by a lock responding to light. A crystal holder on a column in this room has more hints if you look carefully. But where to find such a crystal? Well, try shooting a burst of fire on the sand lying in this room. When sand melts, it becomes quartz, a form of crystal that breaks light. Insert and enter, puzzle solved. In another situation, you could, for example, use terraforming to divert water and power a mill-like installation. Use fire to turn water into steam. Use wind magic to drive a sail mechanism. Or telekinesis to trigger pressure plates. Such physical puzzles will be all over the place in Son of Nor, inside and outside of temples. Like here, for example, in the outskirts of Lang. Let's move on to enemies. Every enemy has a certain role and a behavior according to that role. Most enemies cannot be defeated by just throwing rocks at them. One enemy type might, for example, have a shield that prevents physical damage, or a spell that makes them immune to normal attacks. You'll need to figure out what their weak spots are. Maybe fling their shield away at the right moment with telekinesis, or counter the immunity spell by a special combination of telekinesis and magic. You'll have to find out. And don't forget that we will have some hard to crack end bosses for some chapters too. Several strategies may be used to defeat them. To top it off, we will have so-called challenge levels. Like in Dungeons & Dragons games, there will be encounters when you travel. But these levels are for the action and the fun. And there will be stats and leaderboards for fastest victory, most enemies with a single blow, least attacks, and so on. Okay, I hope I have given you an idea of the gameplay in Son of Nor. As you can see, it's pretty diverse with puzzles, fights, different ways that lead to a goal, and a real adventure with a deep backstory that can be experienced.